Thomas Jefferson and John Adams once combined powers to help take America's independence. Originally, the two were filled with love and respect for one another, but in 1800 everything changed. For the first and last time in U.S. history, a president found himself running against his vice president. Along with this, another Democratic Republican, Aaron Burr, entered the race for presidency.
Oh, what a hideous hermaphroditical character, which has neither the force and firmness of a man, nor gentleness and sensibility of a woman, that Adams is.
Jefferson is such a mean-spirited, low-lived fellow, the son of a half-breed Indian squaw, seared by a Virginia mulatto father. Even Martha Washington agrees that Jefferson is one of the most detestable of mankind.
Adams, what a fool, a hypocrite, a criminal, and a tyrant.
Jefferson, such a weakling, an atheist, a libertine, and a coward.
James Callender, I need you to make Adams look bad for me. I want to win the election. Convince Americans that Adams wants to attack France.
How could one do such a thing on smearing me? This claim is completely untrue, and the voters are buying it. I cannot believe this is going to make me lose. I do not believe in manipulating tactics like Jefferson. He's such a coward.
Although Jefferson was Adams' main running mate, Aaron Burr tied in the election with Jefferson, both receiving the same number of electoral college votes. The vote would now go to the House of Representatives, where each state would receive one vote.
In my opinion, after mature reflection, that if Jefferson and Burr come with equal votes to the House of Representatives, the former ought to be preferred by the Federalists. Mr. Jefferson is respectably known in Europe, Mr. Burr little, and that little not advantageously for a President of the United States. Mr. Jefferson is a man of easy fortune. Mr. Burr, as I believe, is bankrupt beyond redemption, unless by some coup that the expense of the public and his habits of expense are such that wealth he must have at any rate. Mr. Burr loves nothing but himself, and will be content with nothing short of permanent power on his own hands. We must choose to endorse Mr. Jefferson to ensure the safety of our nation is not put into the hands of a self-serving Burr. Jefferson is, in my view, less dangerous than Burr.
Jefferson, with the help of Hamilton and the Federalist Party, wins the election of 1800.
How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant orphan, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson? His enemy, a man he has despised since as long as we've had this nation, just to keep me from winning.
I know indeed that some honest men fear a republican government cannot be strong, that this government is not strong enough, would be the honest patriot in the full tide of successful experiment abandon the government which has so far kept us free and firm on the theoretic and visionary fear that this government, the world's best hope, may possibly want energy to preserve itself. I trust not. I believe this, on the contrary, the strongest government on earth. I believe it the only one where every man at the call of law would fly to the standard of the law and would meet the envisions of the people order as the personal concern.